My name is Travis Pastrana. I'm from Annapolis, Maryland. I was born 10/8/83, 16 years old. I've been riding motorcycles since I was 4 years old, so that's about 11, 12 years now. Graduated high school 2.5 years early, which was, my goal was to finish before I was turned 16 so I could really focus on racing, but I never really planned to stop my education. Like right now I'm attending the University of Maryland, UMUC, through the internet-based program, where I'm just taking like a class at a time. Just kind of, it's really hard because motocross takes up a lot of your time, but I feel like education is definitely worth pursuing. Through the beginning 3 Terrafirma videos, it was definitely more of the Travis Pastrana as the racer. You know, all it showed was, you know, high point and just mostly interviews, but also just showing like Loretta Lynn's, the big amateur nationals. Then when Terrafirma 3 came out, that was more of a jumper kind of aspect. And that, but either way, all the videos really helped promote myself as, you know, getting more exposure, and definitely helped a lot of people to know who I was, and, you know, helped with sponsorships, helped with everything down the line. So it was really cool to be affiliated with the whole Terrafirma series. Freestyle motocross has taken off. It's so huge just because, you know, all the video series, the Terrafirma especially, you know, it's just something that has elevated more and more and more. And then now with the X Games, the Gravity Games, freestyle motocross is being recognized as one of the true extreme sports. And I think it's going to keep on growing as long as people keep innovating and being creative out there. And I don't think that'll ever stop. There's a pretty big difference between the freestyle motocross and the actual racing. And with racing, you have a lot of training, a lot of preparation, pretty much, you know, 24/7. You're working on being your best physical condition. So when you go to that race, you're going to be in shape. The jumping is completely different in that you can just go out there, you have fun, you ride with your friends, you know, you find a cool jump, you be innovative, you can be creative, and, you know, when you're laying in bed at night, you kind of start thinking, you know, what else can I do on the motorcycle? And that's really, that's where my heart is, probably the freestyle. But at the same time, the racing is something that I would never give up. The racing is what I've had a goal set since I was 4 years old, was to be a professional racer, and that's where I feel I really want to do, you know, as a career, to be a professional racer, to be the best that I can be, you know, as far as supercross, motocross, win some championships. But the freestyle is definitely, that's where the fun is, that's where you go out, and that's where all the training and everything pays off, because you can go out and just have a good time with your friends. There's definitely a lot of pressure. I mean, I had a lot of high expectations from pretty much everybody coming into the supercross season when I was, you know, 16, pretty much right away. Factory ride, you know, a lot of sponsorship, a lot of hype by the media, and no one really knew what to expect. So, you know, definitely all I can do though, you know, there's always pressure, but I feel there's more pressure that a rider puts on himself than anybody could possibly ever put on you. You know, I was really fortunate this year that I had a very supportive team with Suzuki. They said, you know, this is your first year, you know, you have some things to work on, but hey, you know, you're trying hard, and that's all you can do. And really, you know, if I just go out there, I have fun, I ride like I know how to ride, that's all I can ever, you know, ask for. X Games and that kind of stuff, for me, is just about going out, having a good time, and, you know, you got to be creative and you have to always push the envelope, but at the same time, you don't want to get hurt. And I feel like the X Games is very important for me, and just for kind of a fun aspect and not a no pressure kind of zone. I don't know, after last year jumping into the Bay, I'm not sure if the X Games really wants me there, but I guess they have to have the previous winner there. San Francisco Bay was about 58, so that was the biggest shock, probably jumping in. It took the breath away from me pretty quick. All I can really say as someone that, you know, I guess some people would look up to or whatnot as a kid, you know, it'd be just go out, have fun. You know, it's kind of what everyone says, but I think that's what the whole thing's about. I mean, you don't start racing because you think it's going to be a lot of pressure and stress. You start racing because you want to have a good time. I don't ever plan on getting out of the world of freestyle and the world of motocross. I feel like it's once you start, it's in your blood. I definitely want to, you know, keep in the sport somehow until I'm 90 years old. I want to still be riding, or at least associated with the sport. In the future, if I could possibly be remembered as anything, I would like people to look back and say, hey, you know, this kid or this guy was, you know, not only could he ride or race a motorcycle, but he could jump a motorcycle, and he was good at so many different things. You know, maybe not the best at any of them, hopefully the best at all of them though.